You're 21 and you have 13 prior theft cases? I'm really unhappy with you, Mr. Waters. When does it stop? 14 theft cases you have in your background. You're now charged with your 14th theft case. 14. How old are you? You're 21 and you have 13 prior theft cases? I see, Jillian, I see that a lot of them are like kind of bunched up. There's like at least 2 different patterns of 4 theft cases that are all together. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I haven't done a deep enough dive into his cases, but what's going on now is that your lawyer wants me to give you a PR bond. I know that you're asking me, please, but the problem is, though, is if we let you out, are you going to pick up a 4th case, perhaps a 15th theft case? I know that you're going to tell me little bunnies jumping in the woods, that of course it's not going to happen. I'm going to have a halo. I know that's what you're going to tell me.
Look, I got numbers, I got witnesses.
So, Your Honor, what he's trying to say is that he understands that all of these pending cases involve the same gas station, the same officers. And we'll be looking into the contact that's made between him and those officers in all those cases. But he has been out of trouble, with the exception of what happens on this property. And even, like I said, even the PC with this theft case, it's not in this court, but it's shaky in my opinion. And also the evading as well, Judge, that I was originally on. He's backing up from the officers. He's walking slowly. When the other officers get there, he's still at the location. He didn't evade, I would argue. But it met PC, and so we're gonna fight that. But it's not an evading where he just took off running.
13 prior theft cases. Who do you have in your life that's out to help you?
I got my girl, I got my baby mama. I got a baby on the way, you know, and I've been staying out the way.
Oh my Lord. You have a baby on the way.
I've been staying out the way, I promise you.
Mr. Waters is expecting his very first child. Him and the mother are together. She's very supportive. She was here last week when he was initially arrested. So they're working together to
Ask you this.
Create a life for their family.
You want your baby to be like you?
I don't even want to be like my dad. I promise.
Where's your dad?
I don't know. Somewhere in Katy. Been on my own side, I was 12. I've been home, you know, I understand about them deaths, what I used to do back then, but that's not going on.
All these are from 23 and 24. What do you mean back then?
This ain't been going on though, like just ever since I came home, when you gave me the PR, I ain't been doing none of that no more. I just been staying out the way. And these same officers just keep on harassing me, jumping out on me, and I can't even go to the store to get it.
You have the same officers that keep listen out when you're trying to think of something to say, you're not listening. If you know that you have the same officers that are coming after you over and over and over, yet you continue to go back to the same gas station over and over. Jillian,
Judge, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a condition of his felony, but a condition can definitely be that he has to stay away from the gas station. That seems to be his only, like, the only thing I see that he has done is that he either lives around there or he continues to believe that because they sell him things that he doesn't have any issues, that maybe he is or is not allowed, we don't know, to be there. To his knowledge, he is allowed. But that seems to be the only thing he's done wrong since I've represented him.
what I'd like to do, number one, is I would like to compile a list of every theft case that he has, every single place that he's picked up a theft case from. Number two, I want to know where he's going to go. I'm not taking your word where you're going. I want to know, and I want to talk to them myself where you're going to go. So I want to know. And just your baby mama, I don't know.
I got numbers
Okay,
right now.
we'll get there, but I'm not letting you out to roam the streets.
I'm not
because-
roaming no more. I got you to stay. I'm not roaming.
We'll get his address and,
And
have him.
I want to know every single theft case here. Where are they from? Why? Okay. And then if he has nowhere to go, I want to reach out to the MAC and see what we can do to provide him. And you need to start working. You have way too much time on your hands, and you are the epitome of self-destructive behavior. You need something to do with your life, Mr. Waters. You need to get a job. So this is what we're going to do. And we have a fair, a job fair that's coming up. Hold on a second.
November 9th.
Is that the fresh start? Yeah. Can you make him a copy? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna let him out now, but first thing I wanna know is I wanna know where he's gonna go when he gets out. Number one. Number two, I wanna compile a list of all the theft cases, where they're from. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a monitor on him. And then number three, he's going to meet me at the Fresh Start because we're going to get his ass a job, a full-time job. I'm going to be at that Fresh Start fair, and I expect you to be there because you and me are going to get you a job one way or the other somehow. I'm going to be working that thing, and I'm going to expect you to show up to that thing at 9 in the morning when it starts, if I let you out. I haven't decided yet. That's where we're at, okay?
Thanks, Judge.
Thanks. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. So we are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. So you were on bond for a felony tampering case, and now you've picked up an assault bodily injury, and you want me to give you a PR bond. Is this right? I don't know anything about your case. I don't know anything. I know somewhat about your history. It's quite scary, as a matter of fact, but let's find out. Alex, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On the assault bodily injury?
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor. It says officers were dispatched to an assault that just occurred in Harris County, Texas. The complainant told the officers that she had been walking into a gas station near her apartment when the defendant came out of nowhere and struck her on the arm with a wooden stick, causing pain. The defendant continued to wave the stick at the complainant. The complainant maced the defendant and called the police. The officers observed a minor abrasion on the complainant's arm, and when they arrived, the complainant immediately pointed to and identified the defendant.
So we have a regular person walking down the street and they get struck with a stick, a switch.
Yes, Your Honor, just a stick as she was walking to the gas station.
Looks like in 22, you were, in 2020, you get charged with an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. 22, you pick up another aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And now you have an aggravated assault of a family member that was dismissed in June, not 3 months ago. And now you've picked up these two cases.
Sir, this I had two head injuries. As you can see, on my right side, my left side. And I don't remember hitting her with no board. Okay.
I need to make sure that the public is safe. And I don't know, Josh. I mean, we've given you chance after chance. And ma'am, what scares me is that if we let you out, this is just a random person out. I mean, no one can even walk in the public now.
I would do better.
I don't know, Josh.
There's, I don't know if we maybe be able to do maybe a short reset so that I can maybe get some information for the court.
What I'd like to know, is she has she been seen by a doctor? Is she taking any medication? Does she have any medication? And more importantly, if we let her out, what's gonna happen to her? Is she gonna, I'm gonna tell you this now, man. I'm not giving you a PR bond so that you're gonna be just walking the streets. If you have a place to go, if you have a loving home to go to, perhaps. But until I know that, and I know that if you're taking in the medication or you're supposed to, and that that's gonna happen, then perhaps, but I'm not letting you out to walk the street.
Okay.
So find that information and then we can, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
21 years old, 14 theft cases, and every single one of them tied to the same gas station. That's the reality that landed Mr. Waters in front of Judge Fleischer, a young man standing at the crossroads between a life defined by a criminal record and a future that was literally on the way in the form of his unborn child. The judge didn't sugarcoat it. 13 prior theft cases by the time he was old enough to legally drink. Charges clustered in patterns. Same location. Same officers. A revolving door that was spinning faster than anyone in that courtroom could ignore. But what made this hearing different wasn't the record, it was the response. Judge Fleischer didn't just rubber stamp a bond decision or throw the book at a young man with a long rap sheet. She dug in. She demanded to know where he'd go, who he'd live with, and what would actually change. She floated the idea of a GPS monitor. She personally committed to showing up to a job fair, the Fresh Start program, and told Mr. Waters flat out, "You and me are getting you a job." That's not a judge going through the motions. That's a judge who still believes that a 21-year-old with a baby on the way hasn't written his final chapter yet. The PR bond wasn't granted that day, but the door wasn't closed either. It was left open, with conditions, with accountability, and with a challenge. Because at the end of the day, the courtroom gave Mr. Waters something a jail cell never could, a reason to show up differently. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, because justice never gets old.